Last Sunday, after an opening goal inside 5 minutes from Jarrod Bowen, Bristol City managed to pull things back and force a replay that takes place tomorrow night at Ashton Gate under the lights in what BBC are hoping is going to be a typical cup upset. I hope you are well. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. This is the match preview for Bristol City versus West Ham. This interrupts our winter break, but it's all our own doing, of course. I've got three fantastic guests joining me to discuss the game and everything alongside it. Gary, how are you?
I'm very well, Jake. Nice and cold. You?
Well, put a jumper on then. And then,
Where got that from?
Mike, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, good.
And then all the way over there, Nigel, how are you?
I'm good, Jake. Thank you.
Good. On the Peronis tonight, Nigel, you feeling a bit naughty?
Peroni zero, mate. Peroni zero.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
Yeah.
Gary,
There's your evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Gary, we will start with you. I think, to be honest, we were quite lucky to get out of it last week with a replay, because I thought Bristol City could have nicked it really in that second half, and this ain't going to be easy tomorrow.
No, it's actually very difficult. The home fans are going to be behind them. As you say, Jake, BBC are there for one reason only. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on us. And unfortunately, we've got 4 forwards out, as you know, and one of our best centre halves. So it's going to be a very, very tricky game.
It certainly is. I see we've got joining us in the chat. Sharky, Peter, Robert, Mark. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Bit worried is a term I use. It would be a big, I wouldn't say big shock. I think there'd be some what's the word? I don't know. Just I'll be surprised, but not if we win, Mike. I don't know. It's just I've got a funny feeling is what I'm trying to get at here, that this ain't going to get a plan.
Yeah. It ain't going to be a huge shock, is it, mate? You know, not compared to some of the ones I've witnessed in the past. Us losing to teams like Newport County and Wrexham and Hereford, and you know, I mean, I've seen that so many times. You know, us struggle against lower division teams. I mean, yeah, it would be a big feather in their cap to beat us. There's no doubt about it. But
yeah,
we're under strength. They're at home, so it evens it out a bit in my mind. It makes it. Yeah. But then again, the pressure comes on them a little bit. So yeah, maybe that'll play in our play. You know, they'll have a good crowd there. They'll get behind them. I mean, it's a massive occasion for them, innit? It just showed. I think they had 600 fans at Preston on Saturday. It just shows what a massive game it was for them, and what a big day out for them it was when they come to us.
Exactly, yeah. And I think, listen, the way we've got to look at this, Nigel, is that they're a good side, and both results are feasible in our minds. You know, if we go and win comfortably, then people will go, fair enough, routine win. But from our perspective, is that we can all envisage Bristol City beating us, unfortunately. You know, with the players that we've got out, both results wouldn't be a huge shock in my mind. It's just which way it will go, I think, is incredibly difficult to call.
Well, I've been down there when they've played a Premier League team when Stoke were in the Premier League, and they knocked Stoke out like 3-1, I think it was, when I went to watch them. And the atmosphere at the ground was on point. So I'm expecting much more of that tomorrow, obviously from the away-in perspective. So yeah, I've sat in the homestand a few times down there and watched games, and they're not, like I said to you before we played them on Saturday, I thought we might struggle against them, and I think it's going to be even harder tomorrow night, considering the players that we've got out. It's going to be very, very tough ask for us tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Gary, I think we struggled against them for huge portions of that game last week, and they're going to be up for it. The game is sold out, every ticket sold in that stadium. You know, we should have we will fill out that stand, and they'll fill out the 3 others, and it should be a proper old school electric atmosphere in there tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting, and that will play into their hands. It's just whether, hopefully, we can just try and diminish the big occasion that they're wanting it to be, because the better atmosphere, the more chances they have early on. You know, the more the crowd get up, and the more the magic of the FA Cup goes into full swing. If we can be a proper professional Premier League side and assert our class, which I think is missing in that side, but you know, we still got players. Listen, when you look at these two teams on paper, we still should be winning, is what I'm trying to get at, Gary. But we all know,
exactly.
Players are not good.
We're an established top 10 Premier League team. You know, we are a good side, and as you say, Jake, players-wise, we've got a better team, a better squad. We should win. It depends how they set up tomorrow. If they attack us from the start, I think we're going to struggle. We'll see what happens, because I think their big mistake, in my opinion, at the London Stadium, they gave us too much respect to start with. They sat back and we scored straight away. Honestly, 4-0 should have made it 2, but after that they just had a go, and they were on top for long periods. So you know, if they've taken confidence from that, it's going to be a hard game for us. But I don't know what side Moyes will pick. I think he'll pick Danny Ings because he praised him after the game, didn't he? So I think he'll start front. And maybe
that word is prohibited on here. You get 3 strikes and you're out.
I can't think of who else he'll play. I think he'll play 4 hours, Ben Rama and Ings. I think Cornet will still be on the bench, unfortunately.
Yeah, listen, we can have a laugh and a joke about these players, Mike, but I think, you know, obviously Moyes is going to be enforced into starting a few of them. And once again, it's the reinforcing issue of these players have got to give something to Moyes. They've got to give Moyes something to go off, because they've just been poor. You know, so many games these fringe players have been given game time and they have failed to deliver. And once again, tomorrow is going to be another example of that. And these players have got to perform.
Well, yeah, they have, Jay. And they're professional footballers. You know what I mean? They've got to have some self-respect, haven't they? And they're also, if they want to carry on in the game and they want to carry on at the highest level, you know, they've got to start performing. Exactly. You know, I personally think if Ings dropped down to the Championship side, he'd scored plenty of goals. I'm pretty sure of it. And that's what he's playing against tomorrow night. So now he's got to start proving it, isn't he? And the same with Ben Rama as well. I mean, they should both be good enough to do a job against the Championship team.
Absolutely.
A mid-table Championship team.
You should hope, and Nigel, I'll come to you. You should hope these players are going to find their level tomorrow night, at the very least.
Ben Rama has proved he's good enough for the Championship. he was really good when he was playing. But also Danny Ings. I mean, if he can't, for 125 grand a week, you wouldn't have been scoring against Championship sides, wouldn't you? You can't. You know, it's just ridiculous if you can't notch against them sort of teams. So. Yeah, I mean, like I said to you, I keep shaking my head because I think that we need to go there. We need to get out the first half without conceding, and then push on, show a bit of fitness, a bit of quality, and maybe go on to win the game. But I think if we score early, they're going to come and come and come. And if they score, that'll be it all over, because they'll score again because they'll have the crowd on their back. So I think if we can eke out to 0-0 for half time and then maybe grab a goal halfway through the second half, then it's going to be hard for Bristol City. But like I say, they're going to be at us from the kickoff.
Yeah. Oh, they are. And I think setting the tone once again in these cup games where we are the better team, Gary, is the most important thing. If you set the tone early, then you dictate the play. But if we let them dictate the play, then it's going to be a long, frosty evening.
Yeah. I mean, you always guarantee they're going to play to their maximum ability. It's their biggest game of the season for that far. And we've got to be professional about these things, because, as you say, Jake, it's going to be freezing cold. Away fans, they've got to be professional and really be up for it from minute one. Otherwise, we're going to lose. As Nigel said, we will lose. If we're not up for it, we will lose. That's an absolute certainty. So we need to be professional and really at it from the start. And
another thing you've got to take in here, Mike, is that these lot played on Saturday up at Preston. I mean, we haven't played since that last week, since the last game. We've had over a week's rest. These are Premier League footballers. And I'm fed up of just coming on here and saying these players aren't good enough. They're Premier League footballers paid ridiculous amounts of money. If they can't turn up and put in at least a satisfactory average performance to get past these tomorrow, then I'll be speechless.
Yeah, they got. I mean, they've just got to. I mean, I think we'll have to go with the strongest team we can put out. Full stop. And like Gary said, I think Ings will start. I do think that, you know, it's about time We've got a free kick around the outside.
How many times have we said that over the last 3 months?
He's had 5 chances.
And but I don't think any of them have been in a real perfect position.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But I just got a feeling tomorrow night that we'll get one there, and hopefully, we'll praise a step up and show his class.
Yeah.
We didn't. I mean, last week against them, we didn't cause them any problems from corners.
No.
That defensively, they were good. They were strong in the air at the back. But I just fancy if we get a decent free kick around the area, that hopefully we can get something there. I'm hoping that. Yeah, I really would like to see Ings do something and score a goal, because he's got no confidence. That's the trouble. He missed that chance, in the last game. If he'd have scored that, he'd probably be, cock a hoop and ready for the next game. But I think he'd play in front of Obama. I really do. Bit more experience. And I think that's probably what's going to be needed on the night, a bit of experience. You want Alvarez to step up. You want Ward-Prowse to step up. We want players like Ings to step up. 4-0. They've got to come to the party.
I don't think Moyes needs to be told twice about these youth players. He put Mubama in against Bristol City last week, and we can't sit here and lie about it. He was poor. He was really, really poor, and I think he will revert back to Ings tomorrow. I think that seems to be the general sort of opinion, and you've got to agree with it, because we're paying this geezer £125 a week, and as much as I don't want to see him there tomorrow, I think he will be there. And some people say, oh, we must, what his confidence must be like. He doesn't give a flying hoot about it. He's getting paid £125 a week. He is loving life. I mean, he should go and find himself a better hair transplant person, because what the other geezer's done, or woman, is an absolute monstrosity. And if he paid for that, then he want to keep the receipt and get a refund. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Nigel, what I want to talk to you about is that if they've done their homework here, Bristol City, and they are defensively astute about it, we've got a very one-dimensional attack going forward with all these players we've got out. Benrahma, Fornals. I don't think Cornet start. Ings. They're all very one-dimensional, predictable players. You know what they're going to do. There's no blistering, counter-attacking pace and skill about them. And that's another concern, that if they set up right and they've done their homework on that, then these players can easily get exposed.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they had just worked out after about 25 minutes when we played them in the last game. And it just went from bad to worse. But I think he's got to change. I don't think again he'll start Ings, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because like we've all said, Mbama was very poor and he looked out of his depth. So I mean, that could be a good thing that they stick Danny Ings in there, because he is a proven goal scorer, Premier League goal scorer, and he could actually, in fairness, cause them a few problems if they stuck him as centre forward, because he's a different player to Mbama altogether. So maybe that's a good thing. They might not be expecting that, but I'd like to see Cornet play, because then again, he's going to cause them another issue. Benrahma, he just don't seem to. He can't go past players, and I think we need someone that can beat a man, and actually cause him a problem, because just playing, we're so square when we play football. When you notice when we get the ball, we're just from wing back to wing back to wing back to wing back, and then very seldom do we actually kick the ball down the middle and expect anyone to score. If you watch us, there's not a lot of our goals come straight through the middle. Hardly ever. It always comes from wide positions and gets, you watch us when we play. And even from last season, I'd watch us from behind the goal, and I'd watch Dawson spray it out to Soufal or Johnson. It'd come back inside, and then I would put it out to the left-hand side and come back. It's like we're scared to go forward.
Yeah.
And we never go through the middle. And there's never anything in the middle that's got any. We've not got this player who sits in the middle and is outstanding.
Well, no, there's no penetration through that midfield into the attack, especially with Paqueta not there. I think that's a generic sort of modern day issue with football, is that they're more concerned at the back of their head about they're going to get a grilling if their passing stats ain't very good when they do their review after the game, and whoever goes, oh, your passing stats was 20% lower than his. Well, yeah, but it was trying in the game to affect things and not playing the safe passes back and sideways. which is what bores the death out of us week in, week out. I take some comments. Riley Bubble, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Ken, hope you're well. He says Bristol City have a history of beating top league teams, Liverpool in the FA Cup, Man United the League Cup, and others. It wouldn't surprise me. That's all I'm going to say. It wouldn't surprise me. P. Gads has confidence. I think West Ham will get the result, but at the cost of a few more injuries. We can't afford any more injuries. Otherwise, we're going to be down to Mike at the back, Gary up front at this rate. The odds are usual. The odds: West Ham 5-6, Bristol City 11-4, a draw 5-2. I mean, I hope for my sort of sanity on Wednesday morning that it doesn't go extra time or penalties. Let's just get this done in the 90, please, West Ham. Get it done in the 90, because penalties, and to be fair, you know, it's not as far for us to go home. Then poor Nigel's got to drive all the way back to God knows where. Not too far, straight back down the, well, I don't know what road it is, straight back down. We'll be home in an hour and 15, Nigel.
Up the down the M3, innit? All the way down. Yeah, I've got to go all the M3, M25. So it's about 3 hours, Bristol.
3 hours.
M4 for you, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, M4, yeah. Do you know what? I'll just follow the sat nav, mate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's quickest route. Press quickest route.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Not like the old days in the A to Z.
Yeah.
Ken says, hoping Bowen back on Sunday, just seeing something someone's saying it's possible. Yeah, Jack Rosser from the Sun, I believe, said that there's a possibility that Jared Bowen could be back involved tomorrow. Let's paint a picture. Gary, if he's 80% fit, do you play him tomorrow?
Definitely not. Definitely not. He's too valuable for us. I think one of the criticisms I have of Moyes is he's very tactically inflexible. Now, if I look at the problem he's got Danny Ings left pretty much. And yeah. I think even at his peak fitness, when he's 26, 27, he could play up front on his own. He needs support. So I personally would play 2 up front tomorrow and support him in that way. I think it's the best chance of scoring a goal. Maybe play a 5-3-2 or something a bit different, give Bristol City something to think about. Otherwise, as Nigel said earlier, we are so predictable. We really are predictable. And at Ings, even at his peak, 26, 27, he can't lead the line on his own. He's just hasn't got the pace, hasn't got the physicality. He needs someone to support him, and then he would be better. So if I was Moyes, I'd say, look, he's our only chance of a goal tomorrow, probably. Let's stick someone alongside him. Maybe play Mubama alongside him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I did misinterpret what he said. Jack Russell from the Sun said West Ham, I hope Jared will be fit for the Sheffield United game this weekend. I thought he said tomorrow night, but it is the Sheffield United game. So listen, I hope that's not a quick rush panic getting back like it was for Paqueta the other week. If he needs another week, give him another week. Listen, after the Sheffield United game, we haven't got another game for a good week after that. So just no need to rush in that sense. Eric, thanks for joining us. Ings will start and score. That is wishful thinking. I don't know who the ref is. Somebody will say though. Eric says, Jake, I agree with you. The fringe players have to prove themselves. Is this an interview for the next James Bond? Well, the franchise is dying if it is.
What do you mean? Your name is Bond. James Bond.
All right then, you three. You've got to do the name's Bond, James Bond, and I'll let the chat decide who does it best. Gary.
No, I'm not going there.
No, go on, Mike. Do it again.
I've already done it. I've just done it.
Go on, do it again.
The name's Bond, James Bond.
The little eyebrow raise. Nigel.
The name's Bond, Brooke Bond.
Billy Bond.
Call it a day. I'll do it for goodness sake. There's a better chance.
Yeah, so you got the best chance, Jake.
Is VAR in action tomorrow? It is not. Another ridiculous rule because it's not a Premier League stadium. Although it was there for the first leg, it wasn't a leg for the actual game, but for the replay, it's not there because it's not a Premier League ground. So VAR will not be in action tomorrow. So if it's a goal and the linesman don't put a flag up, it is a goal. Kent is predicting 4-4-2 tomorrow. Ings and Divine up front. I think that's wishful thinking, having 2 up top. To be honest with you, I think he will start the 3 along the front line. It'll be Ings through the middle. It'll be Fornals and Ben Rama either side. I think it'll probably. Oh yeah, but then you've got to fill a midfield hole, then, haven't you? That's the thing. Who'd you put in midfield? You've got Alvarez and Souček and Ward-Prowse. There we go.
Ward-Prowse.
There we go. It's been a long day. And then the back 4, Emerson, Soufal, and then the 2 centre halves, whoever's fit. Whoever's actually
fit.
Is it? Is he injured?
I thought he was injured when he still fell.
I don't know. I haven't heard of that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It puzzles me how 4-0 starts over Corney. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow again, Garrett, it's another perfect opportunity for Corney. A bit of a surprise package.
Yeah, I'd certainly start him. He's got pace. He's got something different. So I don't know what he's done to deserve the treatment he's got. But Moyes has got history. Look at Coventry, just been sold, never got a chance in 5 years. You know, he's got his favourites, Moyes, and he'll never change, unfortunately. So Corney will be on the bench at best.
Yeah, exactly. I would start Corney over Ben. I would start Corney over all three of them through the front line. You know, even if he plays centrally, I'd play him there over Ings. To be honest, just I think that injection of pace and surprise skill that he offers. I think for us, it's a no-brainer to put him in there, Mike.
It is, but you can also see, I think he should have been used more off the bench. Yeah. Because when teams start to tire a bit, a guy with pace like that, it's ideal to bring on. I don't know why we just haven't brought him on more occasions this year. I really don't. I mean, he's not had a lot of chances, has he? I mean, he keeps getting injured, or they reckon he's ill, or he's always got an excuse why he doesn't play. We don't watch him in training. I don't know what he does. But for me, like Gary just said, he's something different. He's got pace. It's something that none of the others have got, that we're going to have in the front line tomorrow night, full stop. I think I would change it up. I would change it up a bit. Do you know what I'd do? I'd stick Ben Rama in the hole, because him or Fornells need to play in there. That is their best position for both of them.
True.
Honestly, they don't get a chance, and they probably ain't gonna because of the injury situation, and they might have to play where they got to play. Needs must, but I would try one of those. Just sat in the hole. Penrama, I think he's such a better player than he is when he comes out from out wide. His crossing and his decisions coming in from that left-hand side. Some of the crosses are diabolical. I'd sooner see him there where the action is, at least having a shot, instead of a cross, because we've seen him score goals galore.
It just seems like a constant reoccurrence. Yeah. Do you know what? It feels like a constant reoccurrence. My mind goes back to 2018-19. He chucked Felipe Anderson out on the left-hand side. Nothing. You put him more centrally, he makes an impact. Lanzini, Fornals, Ben Rama, maybe Cornet. All of these players, they are much better centrally than they are out wide, and yet they get shunted out wide. Paqueta is much better in the middle than he is out wide, yet he gets shunted out to the left-hand side. Who knows? Who knows, Nigel? Moyes might switch things up tomorrow. He might go, you know what? This hasn't worked in the past. I'm going to try and change it and see whether something different can work.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of things to say on that. First thing, I think that both Fornells and Benrahma are quite creative with the ball. They're quite skillful, and they can do little things, and they can play little passes. And I think that give them that little bit of freedom in the middle to mess around a little bit there. Do you know what I mean? And create some opportunities. I think that's a good shout. As for Cornet, so when he used to play for Burnley, we saw him score a couple of corking goals at one match of the day. So I decided to go back for his highlight reel, and you'll find he ain't actually all that. If you watch it all the way through, there's 3 or 4 decent goals. Also, I can't remember what game it was. It was either Lincoln or Cambridge, and he was playing wide on the right, and he didn't have the pace to go past their fullbacks, and I was shocked. I can't remember if it's Lincoln or Cambridge, but one of the two, I was like, yeah, I can actually see he's not actually as quick as we think he is.
But do you not think he deserves an opportunity in this sort of game?
Oh yeah, I do, but I'm just saying that I don't think he's the answer to our problems by any means. I didn't think, from what I've seen, he's not actually what we think he is. That's only my personal opinion.
No. I don't think he's the answer to our problem. I don't think he's that at all. But it must be so infuriating for a player. I mean, they all know more than we do. There must be something that's happened.
He's had a bad injury, and I mean, you look at when Lanzini got injured, Jake, and he came back. He weren't the same player, was he?
No.
And it's the same with Same with Cornwall, I think. A long layoff and a long injury like that, it takes you, and then you're not getting any game time either. I do feel sorry for the bloke because I think he's got something to offer, but I don't think
I do know, bro. I think we paid 17 million for the guy. We paid Ben Rama on the wing. Yeah, Ben Rama on the wing. Everybody knows he's going to go down the left wing. He's going to cut back inside every single time he cuts back without fail. We all know that. Bristol City players all know that. It's all he ever does. At least Cornet, a bit of mystery. So it's a bit different.
Well, yeah, exactly. Even for us as well, for something just to watch something a bit different. Right, Mike's got to go to the pub, so just before he does, give us a prediction.
Well, I can't predict we're going to lose, so I'm going to say we're scrape a 2-1.
There we go. Goal scorers.
Oh, I fancy one from a set piece. I do. I fancy Ward Price is going to notch one tomorrow night. I really do. Yeah.
Okay. Mike, thank you very much indeed for joining me. Have a great evening tomorrow.
Cheers, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Enjoy.
I'll
be listening. I'll have my ears plugged into it.
Of course. Well, technical Mike will be all over that.
Yeah. I'll have a word with Bianca. She might put it on the TV.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Good idea. Cheers, Mike. Thank you, mate.
See you later, Mike.
See you later.
Cheers.
Just as a bit of context, Mike's going to a Jeff Stelling show tomorrow night that we were supposed to be going to, that Mum is still going to, but we're not. We're going to Bristol City. So yeah, Mike's going to be avidly listening. Any snow forecast now? Yeah, there's been a few murmurings. I mean, I get what you're getting at, Peter, as if the game being called off because of how crap we are. I know your ways, but I believe Tuesday or Wednesday we could have a few flakes drop down, which will send the whole country into shutdown for 2 days. Lawrence says Ben Rama's pace is too slow and works backwards too much. Could say the same with Fornals. I'll depart. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Bowen and Paqueta could be back soon. Mavropanos is back in training. Need to stop trying to walk the ball into the net. Exactly, and it doesn't hurt sometimes. Is to push Souček a bit more forward into the box, because when we get into the wide players, they look up. There's nobody in the middle. Get Souček making them runs into the box, surely, as an option.
We need to do something different, Jake. We are really predictable. As Nigel said earlier, we pass it sideways far too often. We need to attack more quickly on the break, be more penetrative. That's a hard word to say. Be more penetrative. Yeah, with the ball, and just do something different. That's why, Nigel may well be right about Cornet, but you've got to give the guy a go, You've got to see what you can do. Give him a few games, especially now while everyone else is injured. If you don't play him now, you might as well just sell him or give him away. It's waste of a wage bill.
Very true. If it's Zuma and Oggy tomorrow, that could be a worry. Yeah, they never seem to work particularly well together, Nigel. I don't know why, but I always seem to think Zuma and Ogbonna, don't know.
They're too similar. Very similar.
Two left footers.
I'm not a great fan of Zuma. Never have been. I watch him. It's beggars belief how he can even run. I've said this many times. When I run, it just seems like he's got arthritis or something. When he runs, he just sort of gallops, and I just don't think he's a very good player. That's why you can't say that, but I do think that. I don't think Zuma's all that.
I think he's got the best positional sense, though, Nigel. I think positionally wise, he reads the ball better than anyone else at the back. I agree with you about his knees and his running ability, but he reads the ball. He hardly ever needs to make a tackle because he's always there. So he's
intimidating.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a big lump and intimidating, and he wins a bit in the air, but you know what? He doesn't seem to. Yeah, it seems like he can't run properly.
I think we've known that for some time. We've known that there's some sort of issue, and it's a reoccurring injury that keeps cropping up. But the thing I always say about Zuma is that he always seems to just be there. I don't think people count how many blocks he makes a game because of how often he makes the blocks. He's just there, and when you take it out, I have noticed it on so many occasions where there's just not somebody there, and he's there at the right place at the right time. And I think that's what some people probably don't see as much, because I think they're used to it. I think they're used to his as Gary says, as Gary said, I think his positioning is excellent. It wasn't for the Bristol City goal last week. I will admit that, but I still think he's the best centre half at this football club by a country mile. He can't run. I'll give you that. But I still think his positional awareness, his interceptions, blocks, and tackling is still the best at the football club, in my opinion. We will see. I think we'll see Zuma tomorrow. I would like to see him and Dino. We don't know whether he's fit or not, Mavropanos, back in training, but whether he's fit enough, we will have to wait and see. They have had their cup upset. They are going down, says Robert. There you go, damning words. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to West. I'm an official as well. Has Dino got a score to settle? I think he's a player on the rise. Don't get me wrong. I was a little bit skeptical about him at the start, but I think that game against Arsenal away, thought he was excellent, and I think he is, as probably expected, slowly growing into the groove and the mood of getting back into Premier League football more, and I think he is getting better.
He's another Tim Steinberg selection, whatever he's called.
Yeah.
So in him I trust. I think he's been excellent in his selections of transfers. So I'm sure Mavropanos will come good. But going back to Zuma and Nige, we're old enough to remember like Ledley King and Paul McGrath, people like that couldn't run, could defend.
Yeah, I mean we need something like when we had Rio Ferdinand, he would carry the ball out, and this is what I like about Mavropanos. He's actually a bit of a footballer. And you look at him, and I really like. You're going to disagree with me, but I really, really like again. I think he's a Rolls Royce, mate. When he's on the ball and he can pass, and he's a really good player. And I'd like to, personally, I'd like to see him Mavropanos at centre back over Oggy. And that's my opinion. I think we'd play. The ball would go forward a lot more. It'd be played through the middle a little bit more if those two players were there.
I really like Aguero. I think he's best passer at the back. He's brilliant distribution, and he's quick. His only problem is he switches off too often for me. He ball watches occasionally and just switches off.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
he's
brilliant.
He switches off more times than a PS4, Gary. What about that?
Well, I haven't got a PS4, Jake, so I'll take your word for it.
It's all about opinion at the end of the day. These are just what I see. What I see. I just don't like it. Just keep. It's that we're. When it goes to Johnson on the right hand side of his playing, which he inevitably he'll be right back tomorrow. You watch, and he won't try and go forward. If the ball's played out to him, he'll just come square again.
Yeah,
And
it's too many safe passes with these players.
Yeah, you got Paqueta and them. I think Paqueta and Emerson have got a really good understanding, and when he plays Emerson, he goes forward. He looks amazing. He's not a great defender, but he's when he goes forward with the ball, he's a great player. We done well with signing him. I was unsure at first.
12 million quid looks like an absolute steal there, and I think his defensive game has improved, and it still needs probably a little bit more improvement. But yeah, I think he's absolutely brilliant. If a 19-year-old has a poor game, Obama then gets shunted. Why doesn't that happen to Souček? I think that's a valid argument, but then what I'd say is you just got to bring it back to Moyes as his favourites, and we all say it week in, week out. He loves Souček. Souček must have something quite severe on him because he does score every week, and he does play every week. Sorry, he went through a period of scoring every week, which did get us out of a few holes, admittedly. But when those goals dry up, you then struggle to see what he brings to that side that isn't already there. A usual suspect says, put your thermals on tomorrow. Don't you worry, I've got my snood. I've got me 15 T-shirts, me 16 jumpers, me hat, me scarf, me gloves, my electric hand warmer, me 15 pairs of socks. I'm not getting cold tomorrow.
Picked them all up off his bedroom floor.
Funny. Yeah, no, Gary, what I've done is I put my electric hand warmer onto charge last night to ensure that it's fully charged, so I should get one of 20 minutes out of it, which is what I got at Anfield.
Well, okay.
You're not convinced, are you?
I'd be embarrassed for your age of having an electric hand warmer. I really would. Shut up. No, because I would wear gloves, but then I can't wear gloves and do the vlog because Mum invested in some of them gloves that you can touch your screen with, but they were crap. They didn't work and they just got on my nerves. So we binned them. And so I can't wear gloves, and my hands are almost not vulnerable, but my hands get coldest the quickest out of everything in my body. So, if I take my phone out to just film a clip or whatever, my hand gets frozen. So it's just a bit of respite. My electric hand warmer, where is it? It's downstairs on charge. Somebody bring up my electric hand warmer.
quickly before we go. Right, predictions. I'm getting ushered onto predictions into the chat. I mean, that was 20 minutes ago. We're a bit behind. You two, think of your predictions. I'm going to go first. Mike's gone. Oh, what did Mike say? 2-1. So I can't go for 2-1. Brilliant. I was going to go for 2-1. So Mike's not even here and he's annoying me. I'm only joking. But predictions. Who wants to go first?
All right, Nige.
I think we could get beat about 3-0, but I'm not going to say we're going to get beat but that's what I think in my mind. I'm going to say 1-0 like what we beat them last time, but it ain't going to be an easy job.
It's not going to be easy.
I was still in the back of my mind, I'm not we're going to get thumped.
Confidence, Nigel. That's what I like to see.
Being honest, I do think that with
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's going to be a long night and we'll win on penalties.
Oh, I tell you what, the confidence is oozing through.
I won't be leaving the ground till about 10:30.
Oh, honestly.
I'm a weedle through the Bristol City fans and get back to my mate's driveway. Be 11:30, and then not cool, mate, not cool. Chat about the warmness though. I'm feeling a bit better because I'm growing this beard and this hair long now. It's giving me a bit of extra warmth.
That's good.
Are you getting a bit nervous, Nigel? It's under a month until your wedding.
You're about a month late for Father Christmas, though, Nigel. So you have to go.
It's a bit called Rolf Harris the other day. That was the worst.
Oh man, no way!
Christ, swiftly moving on. Let's take some of your predictions. Nobody's brought the hand warmer up. Can someone bring the hand warmer up? Because I need to show it because I'm getting the mic taken out of me for it now. Mum, you bought it for me, so bring it up. 1-1 says Mandy. 2-1 to West Ham. Plenty of 2-1s. 1-0 to the home side. Sharky, where's everybody's confidence tonight? I mean, I know I opened the show saying we're probably going to get beat, but come on, predict a win. But there we go. Mark, 2-1 to us. Fingers crossed. I like it. Peter predicts a loss. 2-1 to the Hammers. Goals. There we go. Free kick from James Ward-Prowse and Potato Salad. A nervy 1-0. A Suchek header. Here we go. Don't throw it. Ooh. Right. An electric hand warmer, right? These things are revolutionary if it actually works. I will give you an update.
Once you pull them out of a silver foil packet and they're like a little chamois leather. They last for about 10 minutes.
They're like, no. Dad's got one of them. They're like tea bags. You got to shake it to get it warm. But no, this is modern technology. This is. I'm not going to press it because it might cock it up for tomorrow night. But you press that button. And you just hold on to it and it heats up. It lasted about 15 minutes at Liverpool away. So I'm hoping to enhance the time of use tomorrow night. And if
let me get this right, warm, Jake. You charge it all day and it lasts 15 minutes. Well,
I don't know because I charged it all night for the Liverpool.
I think me and Nige should go away in a dark room and come up with something better than that in an hour.
I bet it cost 200 quid and all.
No, man bought it for about a tenner off eBay. No, sorry, Santa bought it.
15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Santa bought it. So yeah, I will give you an update. I will let you two model it tomorrow night if you like.
No, you're right.
No, you sure? Don't come moaning to me when you're cold. I'll be nice and warm. Right, let's get back to matters in hand. Comments. P. Gads says Ings, Benny and Cornet should be more than enough for Bristol. I don't think so. It would be great if Ings grabbed some goals. It might even kickstart a season. Doubt it though. Exactly. Ings is experienced and useless. Mubama cannot be judged on one game. He's 19 years old. If Moyes had any nuts, he would have played him together, but he won't. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that one. Who would you
bring off the bench if they were both crap?
Yeah.
Marshall.
Who would you bring off the bench? If they was both crap, who would you bring on?
Marshall.
Marshall would be on the bench.
No,
I'll do a job. I see Gary at centre half. Gary, would you do a job at centre half?
I'll do my best.
No nonsense.
You need Harry Redknapp back. You just pull someone out of the crowd to come on.
Exactly. Yeah, proper. Can see Moyes going 3-5-2. So proper. That's a bit elaborate for Moyes, isn't it? First goal, James Ward-Prowse 13-2. Suchek 8-1. There we go. Evening, Pete. I hope you are well. Right, I need to scroll down on some of these comments because I'm 20 minutes behind, and kickoffs at 8:15 tomorrow night. So let's get going. Sean says, hey, well, mate, he says, I go experience, good chance the youth aren't even championship level standard. Most aren't that come through academies. Tough night and a physical game. It certainly will be. Corney was holding his leg at the end of the last game, but could have been cramp and nothing serious. I'd start him. And I think that seems to be the resounding opinion of the fan base. You know, everyone's saying it. Corney always so far offside. He can't play defence. He can't. He can't. That is for sure. Potentially, maybe you listen to this. So I had an email from somebody at the BBC last week, and hopefully there'll be a few seconds of my vlog from the Bristol City game last week for the opening credits of the BBC. So I've taped it. I've recorded it for all you new people. You know, I've gone back 20 years there, and hopefully my vlog, a couple of seconds of it will appear on the opening credits of the BBC One coverage of tomorrow night's game. That's all very exciting, of course. Catch a look out for that one. Never thought Cornet was a good purchase, says Peter. Well, he hasn't been given too much of a chance, to be honest. I see. Unbelievable, Jeff. I know it's snowing over in Kentucky. Woo-hoo. Yeah, about 2 or 3 inches. There we go. Dinos was training today, so would you go Zuma and Mavropanos and Ogbonna? What are we feeling? Sorry, Nigel.
I'd have Mavropanos and Ogbonna again.
There we go, Mavropanos. Oh, Bonner. Zuma has dodgy knees. He certainly does. So, I mean, Zuma can't play 2 games in a week, Gary. So I'd expect him to play the Premier League games. So probably Bonner and Mavropanos.
Well, you could argue our best defensive display was at Arsenal. Those two were there. I think they were brilliant. So the other guy I was thinking of the other day, the left back kiddie that played in Europe, he had a really good game. I haven't seen him.
Scholes.
Yeah. Why don't we give him a go again?
He's been playing well, to be fair.
Yeah, he just sort of disappeared. Like he had that moment in the limelight, and we hadn't heard anything of him since. That's a very good point.
I thought he played well that day. He's the best.
Yeah.
So again, why not invest? You know, give him a go. Some of these players. No, but he should be ahead of Cresswell, mate, shouldn't he?
Well, yeah, I agree. I think we should be a good young player like that. We should be giving him minutes. So he hasn't had any. Been on the bench a few times, hasn't he? But he's not got any minutes.
No, exactly.
Peter says Martin Noble needs to do the team talks before the match and at half time. Might GM up a bit more, wouldn't it? Alex says I'm with Jake. Zuma is okay with me too. Gerd won't go anywhere this month. Oh yeah, he's at AFCON, isn't he? I forgot about that. So he won't be involved this month alongside, of course, Kudus. Mavropanos looks like he's getting better. I agree 100%. If only Virgil Van, if only, honestly, if only we could just pull this man out. Ballon d'Or winning Craig Dawson. What I'd do to see him in the centre of the back line tomorrow. Honestly, it would be brilliant. That is for sure. A good says Lawrence does have outstanding passing forward. He does. Yeah, Dan will be wearing his shorts. There'll be no doubt about that one. He wears shorts everywhere. Everywhere he goes. I'll be wearing my jeans. Don't worry about that, with thermals and everything else and my hand warmer. Dad will be wearing his shorts. And do you know what? Somebody at Liverpool thought they were really funny and came up to Dad and said, "Are you a postman wearing shorts?" Because I reckon he was the only one out of the 6,000 wearing shorts in the away end. But he does it. It's just a thing he does.
I had about 25 messages when I was at Liverpool. Apparently it zoomed in on me. I was standing next to the goal.
With that hat on.
I had a hat on. I might wear that hat tomorrow. The hat.
And Gary, what are you going to do to stand out tomorrow?
I don't want to stand out in Bristol. I want to keep myself very much undercover.
Yeah, I will not be wearing colours tomorrow.
Yeah, they don't like us not down there, do they, much?
No, colours will be invisible tomorrow. Here we go. The youth of the day are wimps, can't take the cold. No, I'm just taking precautions. Taking precautions because it's better to be hot than cold. I wasn't saying that an hour ago on a stinking bus that was about 50 degrees, but it's all okay.
You know all these illnesses we've had in the team over the last couple of months? A lot of people being ill, they've got the bug. I heard something really funny the other day. Someone said to me, "How come Souček never gets the bug?"
It's a very good point.
Interesting.
He's never ill, is he, Zuma?
Never gets the bug, Souček.
Yeah.
It's over on the side, and there's a big inflatable football. I
Yeah,
don't know
what?
what it's actually. I don't know what it's there for. I just looked over and saw it.
What? What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
No, apparently, there's an inflatable football that turned up in his
I don't know
house.
what
Well, where's that come from?
I don't know.
Well, it couldn't have just
I
appeared
just
in your
looked round,
house.
I swear to God, I just looked round on the side, and there's massive inflatable football.
Even Danny
somebody's
Ings,
put it there.
even Danny Ings can score with
It's
that ball.
obviously my missus put it there, but I don't know.
Where's she got that from?
I think it's something to do with some props at our wedding or something. But I just looked round, I was like, massive football.
That's a big ball there, Nigel.
It is a big ball, but we throw it on like that kid did at Sunderland.
Yeah.
well, that is interesting. Yeah, the shorts will be
I
on
just
tomorrow.
noticed that as well. Look, my t-shirt's got replay.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Lucky shirt.
Unintentional, of course. Unintentional. It
Hopefully
goes
it
extra time and penalties tomorrow.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Electric has, see? Sharky knows, Paul knows as well. Paul, there we go. I will bring my electric hand almost too. See, Paul, we will not stick out.
I bet his last longer than 20 minutes though.
Well, yeah, you probably paid 50 quid for mine. I paid 12. Well, I didn't even pay anything. Santa paid £12 for mine. So listen, I'm going to back it. I'm going to back it.
So which 20 minutes would you choose, Jake? The first 20 minutes or the last 20 minutes or the middle of the game?
With the issue I had with it. No, it was at the Bristol City game I used it. No, it was last week at the Bristol City game. No, I turned it on with about half an hour until kickoff just to get it warmed up. No, I did it outside about an hour before. So by kickoff, it was cold. It was stone cold, dead, flat. So see, Paul he sees the vision. He sees the vision. Thermal socks and not a Bovril. No, loads of people had them. Loads of people came back into Bobby Moore Lower with them last week. Literally every cat and their mother came back with a Bovril. And it just
awful, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
you pay £3 for a Bovril.
Oh,
pay £3 for a Bovril. Oh dear.
It's horrible, isn't it, Bovril?
Shorts weather, unbelievable. No, it'll be a nice hot chocolate tomorrow. I'll be tasting the hot chocolate and possibly the pie offering at Ashton Gate tomorrow. Right, let's scroll down. I think they mentioned a couple of players will make the bench, a couple of the youth players, but the bench is probably where they will stay. Of course, news came out today about Everton, Nottingham Forest, still nothing on Man City, but more trouble for Everton and is it profit and sustainability issues for Nottingham Forest. They're in deep trouble there. Souček is not a man. He's made of steel. Just seeing that Bristol, as I say, it does have its own ULEZ, so beware if you have an older car. Definitely, yes. When we drive up that way, we swerve round the ULEZ. But of course, it's unavoidable tomorrow. So if you're driving and your car doesn't fit in the ULEZ thing, then you have to pay the £12.50 to Bristol Council, not the London Council, which is
ULEZ.
Pardon?
I didn't know it had a ULEZ there.
It does. Yeah, it does. Every within the city's got one nowadays, hasn't it? But what is the Bristol City song? Well, all they sang last week was "Ole, ole, 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 Bristol City." That's all they sung last week. So I'm looking forward to, 26 times they sung that song. So
could be something by the Wurzels.
Well, what they'll do is they'll do that bounce around thing like they did at our place. They'll tell each stand to bounce around, and because they think it's cool. To be fair, it did look pretty cool. The whole ground was shaking. The construction site was going up and down. 9,000.
No one at Frankfurt, though, are they?
No, they weren't.
Nah.
I do like a mince pie. I had a mince pie on the show the other night. Mike did a live commentary of it. All right, I'll put my hands up. Mince pie is fine. Here he is, Chris. Just popped in to check. Jake hasn't got his mum's. Like, yeah, see what? It was a jumper. It was a Christmas show. Anything goes. It was Christmas. Shh, you're still in the championship, mate, and that's where you're gonna stay. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
They got hammered on Sunday, didn't they?
Did they? You're staying down. Yeah. Sorry, it's called a clean air zone. Sorry, man. I
put a thing on my Instagram, right? There was when we lost to Leicester. There was a geezer outside, and he had a megaphone.
Yeah, he did. Right outside the away end.
You're going down. There's so many Leicester fans getting vexed.
I know. They were getting really angry.
Instagram, and I had so many people commenting it, laughing.
Leicester away, what a day. What I say? Will you be allowed? Oh, all them lot, all the Bristol lot, they'll be on the scrumpy. They'll be on at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Big game for them, see. They'll be all on it tomorrow. Yeah, right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for watching this match preview. Well, I intend to see you, Gary, and you, Nigel, tomorrow evening.
Yeah, travel safely,
chaps.
chaps.
I've got your tickets in my pocket.
Exactly. What right now is they're in your pockets right now, are they?
No, actually they're not in my pocket online, but they will be by tomorrow afternoon. They will be.
Don't leave them on the side with that massive inflatable football, mate.
Do you know what? Don't say that because we went to Anfield the other day. When we went
I know.
Oh my God! I thought I'd left them.
I know. You went. Oh, I've lost them at home. Left them at home.
Like, oh no! I did actually switch them in time. So
yeah,
but I did try and blame her.
If only you had left the tickets at home, Nigel.
Oh yeah, exactly. Blessing in disguise. It would have been.
Right there, mate. To be fair, I'd have done myself a favour, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Here he goes. Yeah, you lost twice to us last season. Yeah, but we didn't care the second time around. We were just making all your fans really angry by dancing along to the goal tune that your stadium announcer thought was a good idea to play when you were already getting relegated and you scored another goal. Hey, let's have a party. Nigel, did you get along with that?
I was there. I loved it. That was one of the best games last season. Even though we lost, it's one of the best games to be at atmosphere-wise.
Exactly, it was absolutely. Peter, thank you very much. Good show. We'll take care of those driving there and back. So you don't wish me care because I'm not driving.
It's flat, Peter. I'll think about that tomorrow night about 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm just coming along the M25.
That's all right, Mr. Nigel Hotel King. Oh no, you haven't got a hotel, have you?
Not tomorrow. I've got an Airbnb for Sheffield United.
That's all right. Just rub it back into our faces when we get in home 11 o'clock Sunday night after beating Sheffield United 1-0.
That car has got about 40,000 miles on it. It's only a couple of years old. It's been everywhere.
Have you got your Carlos Tevez mask ready for Sunday?
I've actually got one knocking around somewhere.
Find it.
I've got your flag still as well.
Got my flag. Bring it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I've got it. I've got to give it to you.
Right. Final thought, Gary.
As we said earlier, I need to be on it right from the start, or we're going to lose. So let's be professional. Let's be West Ham. Come on, you Irons.
No, that doesn't work. Let's be professional. Let's be West Ham. Professional and West Ham don't go in the same sentence.
Jake, we're champions of Europe.
We know what we are. You'll never sing that. Whichever. I don't mind. Exactly. Gary, thank you very much indeed. Nigel, final thought.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to catching up with my pal. He's a Bristol City fan, but he comes to a lot of the West Ham away games when he's actually in our end last week with me, but he's actually in their end this week. So
do you know what? Then I thought you would say, "Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing my pal Jake tomorrow." But no, I'll just see the door.
I look forward to seeing the old West Ham away family. It's great. So I'll be. Look, it's going to be. It's a new ground for a lot of people, you know. So it's always great to go to to an away cup tie. Be a good atmosphere. It'll be a great atmosphere tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get out of there with a win. But yeah, I can't see it happening myself. But I'd be chuffed if we do.
Nigel's not confident. I'm really looking forward to this week because I'm ticking off 2 grounds I've never been to before. So hopefully it's going to be a successful week. I'll see you all tomorrow night at Ashton Gate. Hand warmer in hand. Keep him warm. Trust me. You can shake your head all you like, but if you're cold tomorrow, I'm going to be roasting with my electronic hand warmer.
For 20 minutes.
Maybe
22 minutes. I'm going up to him. Go, hey, your hands.
Maybe it'll push to 30. You never know. You never know. From us, come on, you Irons. It'll be a road trip and a vlog and all sorts tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. I've got a couple of lessons at school. Then quick dash home, quick dash up to Ashton Gate. See Nigel, see Gary, see anybody else who wants to see me. And then we'll go to the game. Thank you very much, boys. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, Jake. See you later.
We
will see you soon. We're here on West Ham Official. Do the business, boys, please, to prevent an embarrassment. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Cheers.